So they'll be calling you a radical. Are you sure this is May? So the weather all over the western United States is psychotic right now. We got 3 lows, you know, cold as cold record. So real important video. So this is my army. All hands on deck, all hands on deck. This is important. So someone sent me to this, you know. So I'm going to send this to Danny Green. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So he wore one of Craig Seeger's famous jackets, and he said it was in honor of Craig Seeger and Stuart Scott. Brilliant. Both of them died of what I have, AML. So this is real important. So the famous, God, it's cold. I can't believe it. It's insane. And it's hammering, you know, as far as my work in California. It's hindering the move. I'll be there soon. So anyway, so the famous politician who went to prison in Hawaii, went to jail just for a few days, blah, 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 has died of leukemia. Now this is real important. Stand with me. So I got an update on Ricotta Iki, and it's not good. She's in big, big trouble. She's, you know, I mean, clinging to life. She has AML. So all hands on deck. I've been reaching out. So the senator-elect in Hawaii, you know, she's all over. She's your outspoken senator in political theaters. Do you know she was born and raised in Fukushima, Japan? So when she won't open her mouth about her own home birthplace and the catastrophe of Fukushima, so stay with me, in Hawaii, the cancer. So the famous congressman, oh, nobody's died from Fukushima. Okay. Yeah. You know, you remember your congressman in Hawaii? You remember a couple years ago? How old was he? Late 30s, early 40s? Dead of pancreatic cancer? This is like the 5th politician in Hawaii. Young. So all hands on deck. So, and I have every right. I'm an Aml Leukemia fighter. I was given 2 months to live, and I went to the bone press on 11/11/11. So I've reached out to her. I've reached out to every angle I can. Wyden used to talk to me, of course, Mike Lee, that dirtbag, all of them. You know, Wyden went to Fukushima, Japan multiple times. So, 2020 Olympics. I'll be back in California soon. I'm just waiting for the weather to break. Dead tide pool jumping. Kevin Blanch in the Santa Monica freaking training facility. In the Los Angeles, in the La Jolla training facility. Fucking dead tide pool jumping. 2020 Olympics. Ricotta Iki is literally the 2020 thing. That's the downhill right there. Go team. So, the next shooter drop, I'll be counting Chinook salmon in Alaska. The season has started, as you know, in Alaska, post-2016, just like Oregon, they've epically, acutely collapsed. Now, the Chinook salmon are the halibut, the spring salmon are everything. Now, Copper River has went from 1.5 million in 2015, just like everything else did. They, 5 years, collapsed to 700,000. But the Copper River is a fraud, and I'll tell you why it's a fraud. Get your Copper River excluded. It's a fraud. They won't tell you, oh, it's a sockeye run? I thought it was a Chinook salmon run. They count both. So Alaska's admitted their lies, but there's lots of other sites, and I'll be posting that data. I'm going to be all over this now. As you know, in the last few years, all up and down there, there's one little nook in the spring Chinook, the early Chinook salmon, in the southeast region that was okay, pretty good last year, but the rest are, I mean, they're off a cliff. It's an epic catastrophe. So we'll be watching those numbers as it's coming in. The Oregon's a catastrophe. I ran regression. You know, I've got this down. Remember, I set my projection at 180. I'm going to be dead on again. From 1.54 million to 180,000 in 4 years, dying in the sea. So, Kevin Blanch, the great Ph.D. So I'm reaching out to her. She's the senator in Hawaii. You know, in Hawaii. You know, born and raised at Fukushima, Japan. So thank you to Danny Green. I'm going to send this to him. You know, hope Damien will be on my radio show here when the season's over for him. He'll be back here in Ogden, as he says he wears 0 for Oakland, Ogden, Oregon. Oh boy, say by 0. So, all hands on deck. So, he's died of leukemia. another one. So you can go into denial all the fuck you want about Fukushima. The killer in you is the killer in me, literally. And so all hands on deck. You know, if you can, just email her. I'm really cordial. Wyden's a liar. Merkley's a liar. Senator Patty Murray, they're all liars. My own representatives. I mean, I pay taxes. Mike Lee's won't talk to me. They walk around like they're fucking royalty. You can't even speak to your own pay. I don't make a living off other people's taxes. Thank you to everybody who supported this historical work. Greatest PhD in history. And I'm relentless and ruthless. And I'm not going to fucking give up. It's like fighting cancer. You know, I'm going to get the results from my blood test yesterday right now. I'm headed over there. You don't even know the fucking, what they're, you have no clue. You have no clue. You know, don't come around here no more, cancer. Don't come around here no more. Fucking. So, all hands on deck, email her. She was born and raised in Fukushima, Japan. Say, hey, what about Ricotta Iki? How come we can't hear? How come we hear? You gonna fucking really cover this up? Abi. Fucking, who? Oh, we gotta use his first name second name first, fucking, the imperialist there, back, anti-Neo Yoko. You know, Trump, it's met with him, what, 6-7 times? I thought it was once in 50 years for a Japanese PM to even talk to an American president. He practically lives at the White House. I mean, the globalist freaking Trump and Pelosi, I like their little freaking stage lovers spat quarrel and Schumer. They're identical corporate freaking on a leash. Classify me? Ha. So go to her, just send her a cordial, nice email, which I do all the time. Of course, they're not going to respond to me, even though I'm an Aml Leukemia fighter in my body. You know, I've been fighting it for a long time. You know, my oncologist says that's why I use the word remission on you, Kevin. We don't use that C word, do we? Oh, hell no. Tony Gwynn and I got sick at the same time, the luxury good of death at La Jolla. I remember when he gave his, at the luxury good of death in La Jolla, you know, where Leo the lizard died, fucking for Aldas, fucking the monster's the head of the snake. Up on the hill, the reactor at UCSD, the killers, the nuclear killers, literally. I got some good new information on San Onofre also. I'll be talking about that in the next little bit on, it looks like it's going to go off there to New Mexico. I think it's going to happen. So, I mean, the whole fucking, anyway, that's a whole nother dissertation. So thank you, Danny. You know, we pay respect to the ones that have survived, because it doesn't matter, you billionaire basketball players, you billionaire fucking baseball players, you gazillionaires, because this is the great equalizer. All your money don't matter. If you think all the elites got a pill, fucking all these billions, what about the guy who owned the Blazers? Oh. That Ocean guy, Bill Eugenics Gates fucking partner, Paul Allen, he died of this disease. Oh, the elites have a pill, then why didn't he take it? So, the great equalizer. So, she wants to cover it up. Born and raised in Fukushima, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Fukushima, and fucking Balco. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. We need to get the fucking real word on Ricotta Iki. We need to get a photograph of her. We need to talk to her. We need to support her, because she's in the family now. She's one of us now, right? She's one of us. Oh yeah, we're a family. We are family. All my leukemia brothers and sisters, we fight on and we pay respect who these fucking nuclear monsters have murdered. Stay tuned.